Hello and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how to win your lane as Yone top lane. Before showing you how to do so, I want to say that understanding your matchups is the most vital thing to win your lane. Only if you understand the opposing champion you can counterplay him efficiently. So whenever you struggle to lane against any champion, just play that champion for a couple of games. You will understand how to play against the champion afterwards, because you realize the champion's weaknesses by playing it yourself. So without further ado, let's learn how to win the lane. Strong early game champions tend to disrespect you because you are Yone, but they underestimate the lethal tempo. You should take level 1 trades after they used their spells. This Riven just used her Q to farm, now I can trade her almost uncontested. What is she gonna do? She has no Q up and her auto attacks cannot outdamage my auto attacks plus Q with lethal tempo. This way you can get your laner very low already level 1, this prevents them from doing trades level 2 or 3. This time I'm doing the exact same thing but against Renekton. Renekton also can defend himself level 1 after he uses spell. Try to abuse the mistake, because most of the times they will fight you back instead of just running, and that's a mistake they make. If they would just run and not trade, they would likely win level 2 or level 3, or at least I would have to be a lot more careful. But because they misplay level 1 so badly, I can win the lane. You can do this against many laners that are supposed to be hard on lane. Unsurprisingly, you also need to outplay your opponent constantly, and you need to take risky fights all the time, because this is how you snowball a lane the best. Watch me outplay this Renekton. Afterwards I'm going to slow the clip down and show you why exactly I call this an outplay. First I damage him as much as possible without risking a lot. Because I place my E first, I can now stack my tornado to have a dash after I recast my E. Now with the tornado that I stacked previously, I can knock him up to chain my ultimate. I need to use my ultimate here to counter his W. This way we both stun each other, this way he can't one-shot me or get out of the fight. I make sure to hit him with my tornado for additional damage and CC, but I use it into my turret because his W is almost back up. I want to heal up on minions and stack another tornado. Now I want to finish him off with the tornado that I stacked, followed by a flash Q to make sure he cannot react to it. Or maybe I was wrong about all of this and we should listen to Renekton's analyzation skills. Now a little bit about jungle tracking. On this clip I'm pushing without any vision into the enemy tower, but I'm trying to keep my distance between me and Riven because I know the jungler must be somewhere around top lane, but I don't know where exactly. But just when someone pinged, I knew the jungler must be coming right now, so I move away instead of pushing. And how did I know he must be top lane? Well, both junglers started bot lane, and look at the position of my jungler. The enemy jungler must have a similar position. Most of the times the jungler will walk through vision and you won't have to actually track him. Most players just don't pay attention to the minimap. Always look at the minimap, in just a second you can miss an important information shown on it. In this case I just have to back off a little, that way he can't gank me anymore. Wave management and TP usage is also a very important aspect of winning your lane on top lane, because this is how you funnel yourself the most XP and gold as possible. After we kill Riven, I need to push the wave as fast as possible, and my jungler helps me doing so. But I will not use my TP to get back to lane, and I know most players in lower elo will TP here for no reason at all. In fact, no one below diamond TPs correctly. I don't have to use TP because the wave will be back in my turret just when I walk back. I do not lose anything by walking instead of using TP. But if I use TP, it's on cooldown and I don't get any advantage from the usage. That's just a waste and should not be done. Again, because Riven died, I need to push the wave as fast as I can and get a reset. I still have TP left, but I'm not going to use it for the same reason as before. The wave will bounce to my turret just as I arrive. There's no reason to use my TP for this. I'm not going to get any benefits from using TP now. Now look at how many waves I've gotten and she lost, but my TP is still up, so if I die for whatever reason, I'm still going to be able to use TP. This is why higher elo players are able to get huge level leads, because they manage their waves in a way that they can barely ever lose anything for going to base or dying. I effectively didn't lose anything for all the resets I've done, and my TP is still up if I do a mistake. Level and item spikes are also something you should constantly keep in mind. As shown previously, it's very easy to beat Riven early on, and if you have a lead, you can keep doing that. bad for most of the game, but you still have to respect her ultimate. So if you both are level 6, it doesn't matter that you have a lead. She likely is able to kill you and you need to respect it. Champions spike at different levels and items, and you should always consider this before fighting someone. I'm also going to talk a bit about items on Yone. I suggest to always buy AD over attack speed in the early game because the lethal tempo has enough attack speed. You will have a lot more DPS and win the lane much easier if you buy AD instead of attack speed. If you really want to build Kraken Slayer, you will need Sterak's too. Sterak's has the same shield as Immortal Shieldbow, that way you don't lose the defensive utility. When playing against AP laners, you can skip Immortal Shieldbow and rush Wit's End. You do lose the crit, but the extra magic resistance does pay off and makes a difference. Maybe I forgot to mention something or just can't think about it right now, but I hope I was able to help you anyways. Please consider leaving a sub, like or comment, it really helps a lot. See you on the next one.